Hey everybody, it's Meko. You know how much I love maps, right? And geography and trivia? Well, get ready to have your mind blown because today, we're diving deep into the vast and varied landscape of the United States. Ever wondered just how big, or small, your state really is? Today we're ranking all 50 US states by land area from the tiniest to the most massive. We're talking about those geographical behemoths, and those surprisingly small states you might have even forgotten existed for a second. We'll also break down their populations, show their state flags and throw in some wild facts along the way. Stick around because some of these might just blow your mind. Alright, let's kick things off with the smallest state in the Union, Rhode Island. I'm talking teeny tiny, like the kind of tiny that makes you wonder how it even fits on the map. Rhode Island takes the title of the smallest US state, covering just 1,214 square miles. To put that into perspective, that's smaller than the entire Disney World property, but don't let its size fool you. Rhode Island is a powerhouse of history, culture, and clam chowder. With a population of about 1.1 million, it's the second most densely populated state, right after New Jersey. That's a lot of people packed into a small space. Think about it. Almost as many people live in Rhode Island as in the entire state of Montana, which is like 8 times its size. Rhode Island is also home to the nation's oldest synagogue, the oldest 4th of July parade, and the first open golf tournament in the US. Not bad for such a small state, huh? Oh, and one more thing. Despite its name, most of Rhode Island isn't even an island. It's actually mostly located on the mainland, with only a small portion actually on an island. Geography, am I right? Always keeping us on our toes. Moving on to our next contender, we have Delaware clocking in at a whopping 1,949 square miles. Okay, maybe whopping is a bit of an exaggeration. But hey, it's still bigger than Rhode Island. Just a little bigger than Rhode Island, but with a similar population of around 1 million, Delaware might be small, but it's got a big heart. And an even bigger history. Did you know Delaware was the first state to ratify the US Constitution? That's right, this little state played a huge role in shaping the nation we know and love today. That's why it's called the first state. Now, you might be thinking, Delaware? Delaware? Why does that name ring a bell? Well, I'll tell you. Apart from its historical significance, Delaware is also known for its beautiful beaches, charming towns, and, wait for it, tax-free shopping. That's right, folks, no sales tax in Delaware. Makes you want to plan a little shopping spree, doesn't it? But Delaware isn't just about history and bargains. It's also home to the DuPont Company, one of the world's largest chemical companies, and is a major center for banking and finance. Who knew such a small state could pack such an economic punch? Next up, we've got Connecticut. Now, Connecticut is where we start to see a bit of a size jump. This New England state covers 5,567 square miles, making it almost 3 times the size of Delaware. That's like 3 whole Delawares, can you imagine? But size isn't everything, right? Connecticut's got its own unique charm. It's known for its picturesque towns, rolling hills, and of course its famous fall foliage. Seriously, if you ever get the chance to visit Connecticut in the fall, do it. You won't regret it. Connecticut also has a pretty impressive resume when it comes to history and culture. It's home to Yale University, one of the most prestigious universities in the world, and was a center for shipbuilding and industry during the American Revolution. And let's not forget about the food. Connecticut is said to be the birthplace of the hamburger, and it's also known for its delicious seafood, especially its oysters. Yum! Alright folks, we're heading down south now to the state of South Carolina. This state spans 32,020 square miles, making it more than 6 times the size of Connecticut. We're talking a whole different scale now. South Carolina is known for its beautiful beaches, historic cities, and its friendly southern hospitality. It's also got a pretty fascinating history, from its role in the Civil War to its vibrant Gullah culture. With a population of about 5.3 million, South Carolina is a state of contrasts. It's home to bustling cities like Charleston, known for its cobblestone streets and antebellum architecture, as well as rural areas with vast stretches of farmland and forests. And speaking of forests, South Carolina also has the country's longest Black River swamp, an ecological wonder teeming with wildlife. We're talking alligators, black bears, all sorts of amazing creatures. Next up, we're heading back up north to the great state of Maine. Now, Maine is a bit of an oddball when it comes to its geography. It's the only US state that borders just one other state. Can you guess which one? That's right, it's New Hampshire. Maine covers 35,380 square miles, making it slightly larger than South Carolina. But what it lacks in size, it makes up for in rugged beauty. Think rocky coastlines, dense forests, and charming fishing villages. With a population of only about 1.3 million, Maine is one of the least densely populated states in the East. That means lots of wide open spaces to explore. And speaking of exploring, Maine is a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts. You can go hiking in Acadia National Park, kayaking along the coast, or even try your hand at lobster fishing. Oh, and did I mention the lobster? Maine produces 90% of the nation's lobster supply. So, if you're a fan of those delicious crustaceans, you know where to go. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to take a giant leap in size as we head to New Mexico. This southwestern state is a whopping 121,590 square miles, making it more than 3 times the size of Maine. New Mexico is known for its stunning desert landscapes, ancient ruins, and its vibrant Native American culture. With only about 2.1 million residents, much of this state is open desert and mountains, just begging to be explored. Did you know you could fit 13 Rhode Islands inside New Mexico? And still have room left over, that's how big we're talking. New Mexico is also home to Roswell, the site of a supposed UFO crash in 1947. Whether you believe in aliens or not, there's no denying that New Mexico has a certain mystique about it. Chapter 7, Montana, big sky country, big on cows. Get ready for some wide open spaces and breathtaking scenery as we head to Montana, folks. This northern state is even larger than New Mexico, covering 147,040 square miles. That's like almost 20 Rhode Islands. Montana is known as big sky country for a reason. Its vast prairies, towering mountains, and endless skies will make you feel like you've stepped into a postcard. But here's the thing about Montana. Its population is only about 1.1 million, meaning there are more cows than people. That's right, folks, more cows than people. In fact, Montana has more grizzly bears than any other state in the lower 48 too, so if you're planning a visit, be sure to pack your bear spray. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're entering the big leagues now. Get ready for California, the 3rd largest state in the United States. This West Coast giant covers a massive 163,696 square miles. California is a state of extremes. It's got everything from bustling cities to towering mountains to scorching deserts to lush forests. It's also home to Hollywood, Silicon Valley, and some of the most iconic landmarks in the world. And let's not forget about the people. California is home to nearly 39 million people, more than the entire population of Canada. That's a lot of people. If California were a country, it would have the world's 5th largest economy, beating out countries like the UK and India. Talk about a powerhouse. Alright folks, get ready for the Lone Star State. Texas is the 2nd largest state in the United States, covering a mind-boggling 268,596 square miles of sheer size. That's like 35 Rhode Islands. Can you even imagine? Texas is known for its wide-open spaces, its barbecue, its country music, and its independent spirit. It's a state where you can still find cowboys, oil wells, and rodeos. With a population of around 30 million, Texas is also one of the fastest-growing states in the nation. People are flocking to Texas for its job opportunities, its low cost of living, and its, well, Texas-ness. The state is so large that it takes about 12 hours to drive across it. That's like driving from New York City to Chicago. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the grand champion of size, the ultimate geographical behemoth, the state that makes Texas look like a postage stamp, Alaska. At a mind-blowing 663,267 square miles, Alaska is by far the largest state in the United States. It's more than twice the size of Texas. If you cut Alaska in half, Texas would still only be the 3rd largest state. Let that sink in for a minute. Alaska is a land of rugged beauty with towering mountains, glaciers, fjords, and forests. It's also home to a diverse array of wildlife, including bears, wolves, moose, and eagles. Despite its vast land area, Alaska's population is only about 733,000. That's less than the population of San Francisco. Talk about wide open spaces. Fun fact, Alaska has more coastline than the rest of the United States combined. That's over 34,000 miles of coastline to explore. So, there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour of the United States, from the smallest state to the largest. So, how does your state compare? Did any of these rankings surprise you? If so, drop a comment below. Which state do you think has the most interesting history, or the most beautiful scenery? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more awesome content about the United States. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. See you in the next video.